the quiet hills of Edmonson County, Kentucky, near the sprawling beauty of Mammoth Cave National Park, sits a peaceful lakeside community called Forks of the River. Here, among the cabins along Nolin Lake, lived a 61-year-old widow named Alyne Barrick. Most people simply called her Alyne. Born in January 1935, Alyne was a familiar face in the area, with deep ties to nearby Barron County. She had been widowed since 1982 and lived alone in her modest cabin at the end of a remote dirt road, Laurel Ridge Road, with only her beloved Pomeranian dog, Fifi, for company. Alyne was organized, routine-driven, and well-liked by neighbors and family. She had 4 daughters and other relatives who cherished her. April 12, 1996, started like many other days for Alyne. She kept busy with errands, a chiropractic appointment, a stop at the tanning salon, and a quick visit to a handyman's house. She had even planned to drive up to Frankfort that weekend to visit her brother, Pete Jackson. But something changed. She called her sister-in-law and canceled the trip. No explanation given. That afternoon, around 2 to 3 p.m., Alyne did what she did almost every day. She took Fifi out for a walk along Laurel Ridge Road. Neighbors spotted her. She even paused for a brief conversation with some local teenagers. It was the last time anyone would see Alyne Barrick alive. When Alyne returned home, she began her usual nightly routine. She was a smoker, and she liked to wind down by emptying the bathroom wastebasket, soaking her dentures, and lighting her last cigarette of the day. Her top dentures were later found soaking, but the bottom ones were missing, along with her. A burned-out cigarette sat unfinished on the bathroom shelf. Something interrupted her that evening. Her bedtime preparations were left half done. When investigators later examined the cabin, they found clear signs of a struggle. Small amounts of blood on the bedclothes and carpet, a displaced sofa, and other disturbances. Yet there was no forced entry. Her truck sat parked nearby, with the house keys inside. The truck keys were found tossed on the dining room floor. Her dog Fifi was safe, but locked in its crate. Strikingly, $400 in cash remained untouched in the freezer. The only items missing besides Alyne were her clutch purse and a fitted bedsheet from her bed, possibly used to move something or someone. Neighbors grew concerned when they didn't see Alyne walking Fifi over the weekend. She was reported missing on April 15, 1996. Kentucky State Police were called in, and the case quickly shifted from a missing person to a suspected homicide. Extensive searches followed: woods, lakes, fields, with cadaver dogs and divers. Despite the efforts, no body has ever been found. Alyne simply vanished. Alyne's family has lived with this pain for 30 years. Her daughter, Kay Biggers, and other relatives have spoken publicly about their heartbreak, the unanswered questions, the void left behind, and the desperate need for closure and a place to lay her to rest. As one recent report noted, the family's grief remains as raw as ever. It's like having a nightmare that you can never wake up from. Alyne deserves to be buried and not just be thrown away. Investigators believe Alyne likely knew her attacker. A person of interest, including a handyman she had hired, was looked at early on, but no arrests have been made. The case remains open and active, with Kentucky State Police Post 3 in Bowling Green. New tips still come in, and modern tools like DNA analysis and genetic genealogy have been applied in recent years, including as recently as 2025. 30 years later, the mystery of what happened to Alyne Barrick on that April evening in 1996 endures. Someone out there knows something, perhaps a small detail that could finally bring answers. If you have any information about Alyne's disappearance, please contact the Kentucky State Police Post 3 at 27078-22010. Anonymous tips can also be sent to Barronside Investigates at P.O. Box 23, Glasgow, KY 42142, or through local Crime Stoppers. Alyne deserves justice. Her family deserves peace. This is one of Kentucky's longest-standing cold cases. Until it's solved, the quiet roads near Nolin Lake will continue to hold their secret.